Hey guys, Bobby with Southern Comfort Automotive Performance. Hope everybody's been doing well. I wanted to do a quick video on a truck. I get a lot of comments on direct message or YouTube or Facebook or whatever about, man, I love your trucks, but they are expensive and I just can't afford one. I totally get that. Trust me, they are not for everybody, and they are an expensive truck, but a lot of guys like to do something different. So I wanted to do a video on this one because it is something different and it's something inexpensive that, most anybody can do. Any local shop can do it. You don't have to do it with us. I mean, if you're halfway mechanically inclined, you can probably do it yourself. But what we've done is taken an XLT F-150, in this particular case is from Town & Country Ford over in Bessemer, Alabama. Shameless plug to them, but it's got factory 18s on it. It's a four-wheel drive Super Cruise, you can see, but factory 18s, and we've put a BF Goodwrench KO2. Let me get down here so you can see it, a 305 6518 tire on the factory rim. Now you can probably buy that tire for, it just depending on which website and how much freight you've got in it, where you live, for, let's just call it $400 a piece. You can probably buy it for $325-ish, $350, then they're going to charge you freight. So there again, if you live in Alaska, you're going to pay more freight than the guy that lives closer to the plant, which is, in this case, I think these are produced in South Carolina by Michelin, than a guy that lives in Atlanta. So anyway, so there may be some fluctuations, but anyway, you get the point. It's got a 2-inch leveling kit on the front. That what we do is, I don't know if you can see it, yeah, a little bit. Under here, there's a spacer that we've put in that basically compresses this spring here, coil spring. It's got the shock inside of it from Ford. Oh, I'm doing a terrible job on the camera, I apologize. But anyway, what it does, the basics of it, a leveling kit compresses the shock in the spring and lifts the front end up, so it gives it that level effect. The reason you need to level it is you cannot get these tires, even this size, under the truck without a leveling kit on it, because what it's going to do, they'll go under there, don't get me wrong, but you're going to tear your inner liner up, and it's going to hit this. In this case, this is an 18. Yours may be a 15 or 16. If it is, it doesn't have that bar here, but on the new trucks, Ford put a brace here and a brace here that is metal. They're not aluminum, they're metal. I don't know if you can see that or not, but if you don't put a leveling kit on it, the tire is basically going to eat into that metal, and then you're going to have another problem. It won't give you a flat tire, but what it'll do is take chunks of rubber off the inside and outside of the tire as you turn it deep. So I get asked that question a bunch, why do you got to do that? Well, that's why you got to do it, because you've got to give yourself some room up under that truck to be able to turn the tire without causing you problems with the tire. Leveling kit for a couple $100. We charge $400 for a leveling kit. The reason we charge is obviously we've got some labor in it. We'll get inside the truck so I can get out of the wind, and we align the front end of the truck when we do it. You don't have to do that. We suggest you do it, but it just, gives you, it just makes sure the tire's running right down the road, so you'll have the proper tread wear on it. Also, I get a lot of questions on tire pressure. Our recommended tire pressure on the tires we use on a 20-inch rim or an 18-inch rim is 40 psi. Now, they will hold up to 60. But the more tire pressure you put in a tire, the rougher the truck's going to ride. So if you're going to haul something, what I tell people, and it's heavy, I put some more tire pressure in the back of those, in the back tires, just so it'll, settle down a little bit better and give you a little bit better drive. Now, if you're running light and you don't have anything in there, I would just put the normal PSI in there, the 40 PSI. That way the truck will, not bounce every time you hit a bump. With so much tire pressure in there. Now, some of the trucks out here, like you can see, that F-250 has got 22s on it. We'll put 60 psi on them. So it's just depends on what tire size you've got, or wheel size, I should say. So anyway, I hope that answers some of your questions on this particular truck. Get back out. We put leather in it as well, so that's something you can add. I'm sorry, my shadow is terrible. I could have parked in a better spot. This one has got the perforated insert with the two-tone bolsters. This is called piping right here on the edges of it, where it's almost like a little pipe that runs along the edge, and then obviously your stitching is a different color. The stitching actually matches the Ford stitching that they put in the truck from the factory. So, but just some little things you can do, spice up your truck. You don't have to go out and spend 10 or 20 grand on a package. I mean, you can do that obviously, and we do quite a few of those, as y'all know that follow us. But this is just something, you know, I mean, you can do leather for, you know, 1,400-1,500 bucks if you don't go crazy on it. So let's just say $1,500 for easy math on the leather. Let's say 1,600 bucks. Now you're gonna have to pay somebody to mount and balance them. So let's just call it 1,700 bucks. So you got 3,200, and then let's just say 400 if you can't. Worst case scenario, you can't put the leveling kit in with an alignment. So you have $4,100 in something that adds value to the truck, and it makes it look totally different. This truck, and I'll put these tires back here so y'all can see them, had street tires on it. But I mean, you can imagine what this truck looked like with Michelin street tires on it versus an all-terrain BF Goodwrench, made by Michelin, by the way, in the good old state of South Carolina. Totally different look of the truck. Something simple and easy most of you guys can do on your own. You don't have to have somebody like us to do it. Even a local mechanic shop can help you with it. But questions I get asked from time to time. I don't have enough subscribers to do a live video. So anyway, that's okay. Hope you guys have a great week. Appreciate you guys that do follow me and look at the videos.